Okay, so anybody here who already attended the last demo? Okay, nice. Okay, one or two people, I think. Okay. Okay, so I think two people are only there, right? Who attended that. Okay, no issue. We'll start from again. Describe for you. It will be a quick revision. Okay. So my name is Kisan. Okay, and I am going to be your trainer for this entire AWS DevOps training. Okay. And coming to the part like what are the syllabus we are covering, okay, how will we covering, what are the topics will be covering, then what will be the flow, okay, how you are going to get the access of the documents lab, all these things we'll discuss, okay, during the last hour of class, okay. But currently let's start with the word called DevOps and try to understand what actually the DevOps is, okay, why company want to hire DevOps engineer is, okay, and as a DevOps engineer what you will be doing, okay. This all things we have a proper understanding, then only you can correlate with the topics, okay. So to understand like what is DevOps everything, okay, so first you have to understand that where you are going to do the job, okay, as a DevOps engineer. So just let me open that. Okay, okay. So when you'll be hired as a DevOps engineer, okay, so you'll be working in a IT company. Okay. At any point, if somebody is facing any difficulty to understand or something, either you can keep it in chat or you can unmute yourself and you can ask. No issue for that. Okay. So whenever we are talking about the IT company, right? So you'll be hired as a DevOps engineer there. Okay. But now the question is what you will be doing there. Okay. So let's come down. And what is the IT company doing? First, we have to understand that. Okay, later part we'll understand what the DevOps engineer are doing there. Okay, so goal of the IT company is to develop the software. Okay, to develop the software. Or you can say to develop the website. Okay, so these all things they develop software, website, applications, okay, etc. So these are their code. Okay, that is the only thing they are doing in their day-to-day basis. Okay, now if you are talking about that how an application can be created or how a software can be created, is it like one day process? In a one day you will be able to create the entire application from basic to scratch? So that cannot be possible, right? You cannot start it from a scratch and you will say that okay, I will deliver the application next day itself. Okay, because whenever we are talking about the application, we are going to follow so many rules and regulations. Okay, the first thing what we have to do is whenever we are going to create a application, okay, the first thing we'll be doing is the proper planning. Okay, proper planning necessary. Without doing the proper plan, how you can create an application? Okay, first you have to think that what type of the application you want to create, in which programming language you are going to create, what are the features you will require in your application. Okay, and let's take an example here that we are going to create a application. Someone's mic is open. Can you mute yourself? Okay. So if you are talking about the application, so our goal is to create a shopping website. Okay. So all of you definitely saw shopping website, maybe of Amazon, Flipkart, or some any other companies. Okay, like Myntra or any other companies XYZ. So all of you are definitely aware about the shopping website. So let's try to focus on that only. So if you want to create a shopping website, something similar to Amazon, Flipkart, like that. Okay, so we have to do the proper planning, right? What type of the website we want to create, what will be the user interface, okay, uh, programming language, how to do the login, okay, like whether we want to go the normal login username and password, or we'll enable the two-factor authentication there that they will receive a OTP also on their email along with their password, then only they'll be able to log in. So it depends how we are going to do the proper plan. Okay, and once the planning is done, then the second thing is going to be writing the code. Okay, again, who is going to write the code? Okay, so software developers. So whatever you are seeing that roles, okay, that SDE roles where they are hiring the software developers, okay, so they will be going to write the code. whatever the proper planning is going to happen, that what type of the user interface, what type of the programming language you have to work, they will try to write this in the code format and they will complete the code. Okay. Now it is not like a single developer will do the entire work, right? Here the group of developers will be working. Group of developers will be working. Because there are multiple pages are present, right, in the shopping website. In the shopping website, what type of the pages are present? Anybody? Or like the first page we see basically is the login page, right? When we do the login. Any other page? Anybody know that? Sign up page is there, right? When we talk about like if I want to create a new account, then we have to go to the sign up page. Any other? Home page will be there where we'll be seeing the catalog, right? Other than this, nobody visited the shopping website. That's why that you are not able to say a single page. There are so many pages still, right? Add to cart, yes. Add to cart page is there. Yeah, add to cart, buy now. Okay, and then the payment page. So this type of the so many pages are present. Okay. Now all the developers are not going to okay, all the developers okay are not going to write like all the codes at the same time. We'll divide the persons, right? Like the first person try to write the login page. Okay. Second developer, you will be trying to create the sign up page. Third person, you will be designing the home page. Fourth person, you will be designing the add to cart page. Fifth person, you will be taking care of the payment page. Like that way, we divided the work. Okay. So when these developers are writing the login page code, sign up page code, so they will be creating the multiple files there. Okay, multiple files will be created because all the code will be written inside a file only, right? So there, that's why all the developers are writing the different code. Maybe for login page, he written 5 different files. Okay. In one file, he stored all the information. In another file, he stored all the images which will be displayed in the login page. Okay, like that way he created. After doing all these things, okay, multiple files will be created. Once this is done, then the third step is the build. What is the build now? When the developers retain the code, can we give directly the code? Like when you are downloading the Amazon application from the Google Play Store or from the iOS store, are they saying you that I am going to give you the code directly that whatever our developers written? No, they are giving you a application directly, right? And that application can be in any format. If you are using the Android mobile phone, it will be .apk format. If you are using the Mac, so it will be there in the Mac proper format. Similarly, if you are using the Windows, it will be in the Windows application format like .exe extension. Okay. Similarly, if you are using it in the Linux, it will be in the .rpm package like that. Okay. So it will be comes under a particular file. Okay. And that file is basically going to contain all the code files. So basically, whatever the multiple files they created, if I'll combine everything, okay, and I will keep it inside a single file, that file will be known as a build file. That file will be known as a build file. And whatever the file you are downloading, like .apk file or .exe file, okay, this is nothing, just a build file. Okay. If your application is written in Java programming language, then your build file will be in the format called .jar. Okay. If your application is running in the Java-based web archive format, so it will be in the .var format. So these all are the build file format. Okay. So there is a software again for the doing the build operation, everything. Okay. And what they will do is they will keep all these files to this software, and this software is going to combine everything. Okay. They will merge all the code files together and they will create a single file, and that will be known as a build file. And also, and this code, whatever the code you written, okay, like any programming language you are thinking of, Python, Java, C++, okay, all these programming languages are the human readable. Okay, if all of you know that all these programming languages are the human readable. Why these are the human readable? Because if we talk about the syntax of the Python programming language, okay, so what we write print and then we write some statement, okay. Or if we talk about Java, right, so what we write, system .out.println, like that, okay. So basically this type of the command we are writing, so these all are the normal human readable language. Computer does not understand what is print, what is system, what is out, what is print, like that, okay. So the computer will be not able to understand this language, can be understand only by the human being. So when they are merging the code together, okay, all this code are getting merged in the build step, what they are doing is they are converting it in a machine language. Anybody heard about the machine language? Have you heard about machine language anytime? Yes, okay. So what is the machine language? Like what we are referring to? That binary code, right? Machine language is nothing, just the binary codes what computer understands. Okay. So they convert it in the proper binary format so our computer will be able to understand. Once the build is done and this type of the build file is generated, then can we directly give that particular build file to our customer? Can we directly give our application to the customer? So again, that is not. Okay. What we have to do is, okay, what we have to do is we have to do the proper testing now. Okay, till now, see, we are coming with the flow. Okay, and our goal is to create an application. So we've done the proper planning, we written the code, we combined everything in the build stage. Now we are going to do the proper testing. Without testing the code, that whether login page is working or not, whether payment is working or not, okay, whether sign up page is working or not, I cannot make this application public. Okay, so proper testing is going to happen. Proper testing will be done. Once the testing is done, and if this testing team approves, okay, that if they approves your code, that your code looks perfectly fine, then only our code is going to move to the next step. That will be the deploy. Okay. Then only they are going to move to the next step, that is deploy. If they are not going to approve this at this stage, what will happen? Again, this three process is going to continue. Again, they will plan that what are the changes we can do. So this file will keep start to working like that. And also how you can do the testing of the login page. Anybody? Like if somebody is asking you that you have to test this login page, that whether it is working perfectly or not, how you can test it? Anything coming in your mind? See, entire DevOps is about thinking, okay? How you are thinking, how you are tackling the problem, okay? So that is going to decide. Just think like this, a normal login page I given you, okay? And I am saying you that, okay, think just like a software developer perspective, how you can test this, whether this login page is working perfectly or not, or whether this sign up page is working perfectly or not. Okay, by web browser and standalone applications. Okay, that is the access way, right? But like if I have to test it that whether this login page is properly working or not. Take an example, I kept the URL opens, page loaded. Okay, just by logging in without any issue. Yeah, definitely. Like take an example, we given the username, we given the password. If both are correct, then they should say that you are successfully logged in, right? If I'm giving the wrong password and correct username, okay, so they should say that your password is incorrect. Okay, your password or username is incorrect. That means with the wrong password, it should not allow us to log in. Okay, but due to some glitch or something, even you are entering the wrong password, still they are letting you to go inside. That means our login page is not working. Test case will fail. Similarly, for payment page, we'll check that debit card payment is getting successful or not, credit card payment is getting successful or not. If any error is coming, that means this page is failed. Add to cart page. We'll try to add some product from our catalog page to the add to cart section, and we'll see that the number of product that is getting increased in the add to cart or not. Okay, all the like whenever you add multiple products, right? So when you forwarded to the next billing part. So all the prices of the product that you added in the cart, everything should be combined. So that also we have to check that whether they are doing the proper addition of all the price of all the products that is added in the add to cart or not. Okay, whether they are applying the discount or not. These all things we have to test it manually. Okay, so these all things will be done by the testing team. Once they will approve, then only we are going to deploy the application. Now, from the deploy, these things change actually. Okay, from the deploy, these all things are taken care by the uh, operation team. Okay, or you can say it as a IT team. Okay, and the first four step, whatever we are doing, okay, these were taken care by the these were the taken care by the developers team. Okay, so the first four step is done by the developers team, and the last three step, what we are going to do is that is first is the deploy. What they will do is they will create the image. Okay, again, what is image? So just don't think like this anything. Just think like this. This is a file. Okay, that build file they given it. That build file I will run it in a laptop. Okay, and that laptop I'm going to share it with my customer. Okay, so that will be known as the image basically. Images, you are keeping everything. You are keeping the operating system. You are keeping your all the programming languages which you written in your code, right? And whatever the build file is created, everything you are storing it in a machine. Okay, and out of that machine you are creating a image. Okay, and that image I can share it to anybody and they will be able to run that application in their mobile phone, in their laptop, like that. So these all things that once they got all the build file, everything, so they will try to deploy this application. Okay, with the help of the different tools like Docker, Kubernetes, they will try to deploy it. Okay, once the deploy is done, okay, then they will make sure that operation is getting done, operate state. Okay, like if more load is coming, so web server count should be increased. Okay, if my customer is able to see the website or not. Okay, if any problem is coming or not, they will fix all the bugs, everything at the operate stage, and they will make sure that application is running perfectly fine. And after that, the seventh step will be the monitor team. Okay, who will keep monitoring, okay, that whether the application is running or not. Sometimes what happens, you'll see that your you open the Twitter, okay, and then you are seeing in the trending page that people are complaining that WhatsApp is down, WhatsApp is down, or Instagram is down. What is the meaning of this? That means at that particular time, okay, Instagram is not working. There is some bug is there, or WhatsApp is not working. Nobody is able to send any message to anybody due to some bugs or something. Okay. So how the WhatsApp team is going to notice that this type of the error is going to come? Are they going to keep checking all the social sites that is there something trending is going on? Okay, that WhatsApp is down or Instagram is down, nothing like that. They will have a proper monitoring team. Okay, and they will monitor if something bug is coming, something red flag is coming in the monitoring system. So they will quickly get to know that some bug is coming, and what they will do. Okay, are they going to fix it by themselves? No, they will send that message quickly to the plant team. Plant team will quickly check that where it is breaking. Then the developer will do the proper change in the code. Okay, again they will build the latest build file. Okay, by combining the latest code. Again, quickly testing team will test the code and then they will deploy the latest release. And as soon as the latest release will come, that bug will be fixed. Sometimes what happens, like you are opening the some application and that application is crashing. Okay, and after 1 day or 2 days, we see that in the Play Store a new update of that application came. Okay, and when we are opening the new update, application is working perfectly fine. That means they solved that particular bug. Okay, that was coming in the previous version. They solved it, and now in the next version, that bug is not there. And when we combine all these things together, okay, so that what IT companies do. So up to here, any confusion, anybody? Any word you are not able to understand in these 7 steps? Can I get a response from all of you? Okay, so hope everybody understood up to here. Okay, so this is the flow. Okay, what IT company is doing. Currently, we are not discussing about what DevOps engineer is doing. I discussed what IT company is doing. Okay, now let's see. You're seeing that there is a word called DevOps here. Okay, this is the dev, this is the ops. Okay, and this dev is coming from this developers part. This ops is coming from the operation team. Okay, that means this dev and this ops. Okay, nothing. Just you are combining this all the 7 steps. If there is a person who is monitoring this entire 7 steps from build, right, from a scratch level to the deployment level, that will be termed as a DevOps engineer who is monitoring these entire 7 things. Okay. It is not like you will be writing the code. It is not like you are building the code. It is not like you are going to do the proper testing of code. But as a DevOps engineer, you should know all of these things. Okay. Not like you have to be the master, but you should know that who is going to write the code, after writing the code, where they will upload the code. These all things we have to understand. Okay, and that will be our flow of learning. Okay, so currently we are seeing about the proper planning term. Okay, that how the DevOps engineer works, everything. Okay, then we'll see that after writing the code, software developer is writing the code, where they are uploading the code. Okay, from there, how I will take the code and I will pass it to the build team. These all things will be seen. Okay, but again, why people require that DevOps engineer, right? What was the problem happening when there was no developer in or operation team was separate? Okay, when these two teams were working separately, what was the problem happens? Okay, so again, the problem is simple, that this developers team are the members of the different team member. Okay, developer teams contains the developers plus the software testing team member. Okay, so both are worked as a same team member under same manager, like that. Okay, now, when the developers and testing team done the proper planning, written the code, build the code, and the testing team also approves the code also. So from their side, their work is completed, right? They done with the application, they tested the code, and it is working perfectly fine in their personal laptop. Okay. But when that particular build file they send to the deploy team, okay, so deploy team is saying that whatever the build file you send to me, okay, that is not working. It is not getting deployed. Okay, so this deploy team is putting a blame on the developers team that whatever the code you written, okay, whatever the build file you written, it is not working. As soon as this developers team will get that notification that deploy team is blaming on us, okay, they will simply say that we already tested the code. It was already working in my laptop. There is no problem in that. You have to check it from your end. Okay. So now this is the blame game started to happen. They are blaming to the developers. Developers are blaming to the operation team. And it is not like always the problem with the deployment team only. There can be the problem from the developers side also, right? Like when the developers team was creating the build file, maybe they did not given all the application inside the build file. Okay, whatever all the programming language they require, proper versioning of the application, they missed it, right? And that's why the code is not working in their laptop like that. Okay, so that can be the error from the developer side also. And similarly, deploy team also don't know how to deploy it. They don't know how to operate the application. That can be also a problem because they are not good with the coding, right? Their work is to deploy the application. That's it. So this type of the blame game will start. And if this team is going to blame to this team will blame to this team, what will happen in the last? The delay in the delivery of the application is going to happen. If we promise to our customer that we are going to deliver your application in next 3 months, okay, then due to this blame game, maybe it can take 6 months also, 12 months also. Okay, that will be the problem. So to solve this problem, okay, we came up idea with the DevOps engineers, okay, where we try to help of with the some help of the some different types of the tools and technology. Okay, this type of the tools we are talking about, all the tools you are seeing it here. Okay, with the help of this type of the tools, we try to fix the problem between this all the 7 steps. Okay, previously these are the basically plan code build test. This is the part of the development team. This is the part of the operation team. Okay, so there was some problem was happening, they were not working perfectly. Okay, so what I am saying is, okay, what I am saying is problem was coming because they were not able to run the application, right? There can is the only problem that after building the application they are not able to run it in the IT team side. Okay. So to solve this problem, just think like this. I am playing a game in my laptop. Okay. And you also want to play a game in your laptop. Okay. There is two way you can play that game in your laptop. Okay. Or you can play that game. The first thing you can ask me, okay, that can you give that game to me with the help of pen drive or something, so I can install that game in my laptop personally and I will play it. Okay. Second thing, what you can do is you can request my personal laptop. Okay. You can request my personal laptop and you will play the game on that particular personal laptop only. Now the question is, in which situation 100% game you will be able to play, in the first situation or the second situation? Anybody? Either I am giving you the game in the pen drive, okay, or second way, I am giving you my personal laptop itself in which game is installed. In which way you will be 100% able to play the game? Anybody? Second way, right? Because in the first way we can't guarantee, right? Maybe your laptop you will be not able to install the game. There is some version issue is there. Maybe your laptop is not supported with the good hardware. Okay, maybe you are having only 4 GB RAM. And to play that game, minimum requirement is 8 GB RAM. Okay, so in that case, in your laptop, it will not work. But if I'm going to give you my personal laptop, in that already the game is running, so there will be no any problem will happen, and you will be able to play the game. So exactly this type of the things we were started to do between this team and between this team. Rather than sending the application, okay, rather than sending the build file to the deploy team, now what we are doing is we are sending the entire operating system. In that operating system, a proper operating system will be installed, whether Windows, Linux, like that. Okay. After that, whatever the software developers install, that will be also present. Okay. Whatever the build file we created, that will be also present. Whatever the extra file we downloaded from the internet, that will be also present. That means we are copying the entire laptop, what the build team, test team, and code team used it to do this practical everything. Okay. And that entire laptop I am sharing with the deploy team. And I'm just saying that please run this. That's it. Okay, please run this application directly from that image. And we say it as an image. Okay, we have to share that entire operating system with all the application, everything. We say it as an image. And that image you are going to share it with the deploy team and they will be able to run it. So in that case, there will be no any problem in that. But how we can create the image, how you can share it with it. Okay, all these things will be seeing in our AWS Cloud Practical and will be seeing it in our Docker Kubernetes Practical. Okay, so these where are the tools like Docker Kubernetes, which is helping us to solve this problem. Okay, similarly, previously what happened was developer was writing the code in their personal laptop. Okay, and they are saving that code in their personal laptop. But the concern is if the group of developers are working, right? So the person who is working in the sign up page, okay, he should have the idea of the login page also. Okay. Because see, do you think that you can create a login page or you can create a sign up page without seeing the code of each other? It cannot be possible. Maybe in the sign up page, and I am asking to the customer that can you give me your mobile phone and can you select a password? And in the login page, I am asking to the customer that can you enter your email address and password? It does not make sense, right? Because during the sign up, you are asking the mobile number, and in the login page, you are asking me to write the email to login. It will fail. So both the persons should able to see each other code, right? Then only they can create it. They are dependent on each other. Okay, whatever the information you are asking from, that information only you will ask him to enter. Okay, you cannot say that give me the mobile number and log in with your email address. Can't possible. Okay. Similarly, in the sign up page, you said that you can create the password of 5-digit character also. There will be no any problem. But when they are login, that time you are asking that your password should be minimum 8-character length. Then only I will try to log in. Then how they will be able to log in? You should have that criteria in the sign up page only. That when I was choosing the password, that time only you have to say that you have to choose the password of minimum 8 digit. You cannot ask me in the login side that you have to keep your password again. Then in that case, again, I have to create a new account with new email address, new mobile phone, right? So these all things, all the developers should see the code of each other. Okay. But if the code is getting stored in their personal laptop, okay, so how the other developer will be able to see the code? So for that, again, we have a tool in the market that is known as the Git and GitHub. Okay. So now the developers say that I will write the code and I will upload the code to the Git and GitHub. And once the code will be uploaded to the GitHubs, all the employee who are going to get the access of that GitHub account, they will be able to see the code. It is something like this Google Drive. In the Google Drive, I will upload some files and I will do the sharing, right? So all of the person is able to share the particular file who are added to that particular Google Drive. Well, so exactly same thing you can do it in the Git and GitHub also. So this problem was also solved. Similarly, another problem was also there. Where is that? Okay. After writing the code, there is a build, right? So who is going to create the build file, everything? So again, there are different tools available in the market like Maven and Gradle. Okay. All they are saying is give me the code. Okay. I will create this build file. You don't have to worry about. Similarly, for testing also, there are software tester are in the company. They are using the software like Selenium, JUnit, Cypress, okay, to do the proper testing of the code. So that is also they are doing with the help of the softwares. Okay. Similarly, deploy team is using the Docker, Kubernetes, okay, like tools operate during the operation. Also, they are using the Kubernetes, Ansible, OpenShift like tools, okay, to deploy and operate. Similarly, monitoring team is using the CloudWatch, Prometheus, Grafana to keep monitoring. As a DevOps engineer, you should know the applications, okay, involvement, which is automating your process. But again, just to upload your code, it is not like only one software is available in the market, that is GitHub. Okay, there are other software also available in the market, like GitLab is there. Okay, and there are some other software also. Similarly, to build the code, there is not like Maven is only there. Gradle is there, JUnit is there, not JUnit, Ant is there, like that. There are so many tools available. So as a DevOps engineer, you don't have to be master on these tools, but you should know at least one tool for each stage. Okay. So you should get the idea how the DevOps engineer is working. And if you learn one tool, so it is easy to learn another tool also because both are solving the same purpose only, right? Either you are using the GitHub or GitLab. Both are helping us to store our code only, right? Similarly, whether you are using the Maven or Ant or Gradle, right? Both are helping us to create the build file only. Okay. So this depends on situation to situation, and we'll see start with one by one. Okay. And coming to our syllabus part, how we are going to proceed with it. We divided our syllabus into three parts. The first will be starting with the Linux. Second will be starting with the AWS. Third will be the DevOps part. In the DevOps part, we'll be seeing the tools like Git, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, Maven, Tomcat, Archive, Artifact, Terraform. Okay, so these tools we will seeing in the DevOps side. AWS side will be seeing the topics like EC2 instances, okay, storage, different storage like S3, EBS, EFS. Okay, then we'll be seeing the load balancer side. We'll be seeing how to create our custom image. I talked about the image, right? Rather than sending the build file, we'll send the entire image only. So how to create the custom image, that we'll see. Okay. How to do the auto scaling as per the requirement, that we'll see. How to manage the security of the AWS cloud, that we see it as the IAM, that we'll be able to see. We'll be seeing the database also, RDS database on the AWS cloud. Then we'll see that how you can run the AWS all these services with the help of the CLI also. CLI means command line interface. By writing the command also, you can interact with the AWS cloud. In the Linux, that is the first topic we'll be starting. So we'll start from basics. Okay, we'll see what is the history of Linux, why Linux becomes popular. Okay, and then we'll start to learn the command from basic to advanced level. Plus, we'll be seeing the scripting also. Okay, scripting will be seeing Bash plus Python. Okay, both will be seen parallel. So this will be the syllabus flow. Okay. So yeah, any confusion up to here in the syllabus side? Second thing, there is no prerequisite for any of the part. Okay, there is no prerequisite. It is not like we are going to start everything will start it from scratch only. Like, see, if you are able to understand this part, okay, so maybe some of you are totally none from the IT domain, but still by seeing this, even if you are getting 10 to 20% of the content, okay, that we discussed, that is more than enough. Okay, it is not like everything you can understand in a single go. Okay, but even if you are understanding 10 to 20% of this content, whatever we discuss, okay, that is more than enough to learn all these things. So anybody have any question in the syllabus side, you can ask. No? Okay. And coming to topics, we'll be covering one by one. Okay. Uh, all of this. And other than that, what we'll do is on everyday basis, like after the class, you'll be once you'll enrolled with that, you'll get the drive access. Okay. And that drive access will be uploading the video recording. Okay. On everyday basis. Second thing, you will be able to see documents. Okay, whatever the documents we are using, that will be able to see. The lab files will be performing, that will be there. What is the basic package for this? That I'm not understanding, like what you're saying. Basic package meaning? Can you be a little bit exclusive? Okay, that. See, these all things you can just Google it. Okay, but definitely the DevOps engineer will pay you more. Okay, more than definitely market standard. Okay, whatever the normal freshers are getting, okay, from another domain, you will be getting double of that at least. Okay, that I can say you differently. It depends on which company you are joining, at which place you are going to work. Okay, but definitely it will be the double that whatever the other person are working with the same experience in another domain, you will be earning the double of that. Okay, only one role is there that is high paying than the DevOps engineer, that is the SDE role. Okay, software development engineer role, who is taking care of entire these four parts. Okay, they are paid more definitely. Okay, that is the most paying part in the IT job, SDE engineers. And whatever the higher packages you are seeing from different colleges or different places, that comes in the SDE side only. Okay, but without the DevOps engineer, it is very hard to manage the team. So DevOps engineer requirement will be always be there. Okay. And now currently you are seeing the chat GPT, XYZ type of the AI tools. Okay. So they can replace this four part. Okay. But who can integrate all these things together? AI is not going to do the integration, right? Like I asked you to think of that how you can do the login page testing, right? Or how we can develop the application. If some problem is coming, who you are going to contact, right? All these things comes with the human mind, right? Human mind will be able to think, they will be able to react. Okay, but this type of the AI tools can write the code. Okay, they can generate the script, but if something another type of the problems comes that nobody saw till now, okay, so that they will be not able to handle, because these are the trained model. So trained model can only be able to give you the response on which they are trained on. Okay, if something unexpected come, okay, that they are not even heard of, they cannot guess it. Okay, so that is the thing. So as a DevOps engineer, you don't have to worry about all these AI tools also. They will help you to do your work easy. Okay, but definitely they cannot replace you as a DevOps engineer, definitely. Okay. Any other thing? Any idea? Okay, so how is the understanding? Like whatever I explained to you, is it getting clear to you, all of you, even the person who are not from the IT domain background? Are you able to understand whatever we explained today? Okay, great. Okay, so the last thing, let me show you this part. Okay, so most of you, whenever you will do the Google, you'll see this image. Okay, DevOps image. Now, after explaining you this entire thing, now you'll see this logo. You can understand what they are talking about. They are saying that there is a two team. One is the developers team, one is the operation team. That's correct. The developer team start their work with the proper planning, then they will write the code, then they build it, then do the proper testing. Once the testing is done, then what we have to do? We have to release our application in the market. For that, operation team is going to help us with the help of deploy, operate, monitor. If something error will come, this monitor team is going to notify to the planning team. See, we are going to start one by one. Okay, so first we'll be completing with the Linux only. Okay, so you can see the starting Linux class. Okay, but I doubt that you will be getting the demo on the DevOps tools now itself. Okay, because DevOps will come once we'll complete the entire Linux, entire AWS. Okay, I can start directly DevOps, but you will be not able to understand even a single line in that. Okay, until you are not able to comfortable in this too. Okay, so that's it. And still if somebody want or something, okay, that how we are going to learn the DevOps or something, is still interested in the demo of that, so you can ask to the team. Okay, they can maybe forward you one recording of our that DevOps class. Okay, that max we can do. Okay, so you can see that recording and then you can think of like what you want to do. Okay, so that if you want that, you can contact the team, they will share you one of the DevOps class recording. That's it. Okay, so yeah, we are talking about this part. So as soon as some error is going to come, this monitor team will again notify to the plant team, and again this process is keep continuing. And until and unless that application is present in the market, this process will keep continuing. Facebook application created back in 2004, right? But every month you are getting a update in your mobile phone that Facebook application latest update came. Do you want to install that? That means they are still working on this process. They are still modifying the code. Still they are adding the extra features. Okay, even after 20 hours of 20 years of uh, developing that application and releasing it. Okay, that's why it is in the infinity symbol. If your application will be in the market, you have to keep doing these all things. You have to keep writing the code. You have to keep doing the testing. Like when the Facebook was starting launch, they was not supporting any video call or audio call. They just came with the chat support. Okay. Later they integrated the audio call. Later they integrated the video call. Currently they integrated the story section. They integrated the reels section. Right. So it depends. As the customer demands increase, they will add extra features. Okay. But previously it was not like that. Okay. So every application start with the basic level, and as they progress they start to do advancement. Okay, in the first time only they don't create a very good application that will be 20-25 years ahead of its time. It cannot be possible. As the time goes, as the new technology come, we start to integrate. Like when the story section came, right? So all the people started to use it, like Instagram added, Facebook added, WhatsApp added, all this started to add the story section now, right? Similarly, reels are getting popular. So again, all the applications started to add the reels section. Even the YouTube also created their YouTube shorts, right? So it depends what the customers require. If the customer requirement is come, all the application is going to do the changes as per their requirements. So that's all for today from my side. Okay. If any still some question is there, you can ask, else we can conclude. Okay, and for any further information you can always bring to the team members. Okay, thanks all of you, have a nice day.